You know what I mean? Because you can't teach that. It's just an instinct thing.
Yeah, just, reps. And I think the speed of the ball really dictates it. If you feel like you can get it and it's hit hard, like, go after it. If, it's hit, somewhat soft, you have it the tick of time to maybe go after it, read it, and then go back to the base. But just, every swing, every ball, like, having that intent, I think has been good for me, getting down on time, getting off the ball. I think, helps me get there, but it also helps me get to the base. And, just working through some of those things in the game and just trying to learn from them, honestly, is, I think, pretty key.
Now, you said you had played first base before, and you have before this year, but you were primarily a third baseman, second baseman. So it wasn't a natural position before this year.
Yeah, I mean, not necessarily, no. But I think a lot of the movements at second and third, even bouncing around and taking ground balls at short, I think have helped just, keep that footwork going. And, it wasn't, my number one position, but spent a lot of time over there, took a ton of ground balls over there, and definitely felt more comfortable as the year goes on.
And you haven't allowed it to impact your hitting, which I find impressive. Has that been easy?
I don't think it's, it's never easy, but it's two sides to the game, right? You're hitting and playing defense. So no matter if you're doing well at the plate or doing bad at the plate, defense is a pretty big part of this game. So at the end of the day, it's about winning. So if you're 0 for 4 and you can make a couple of plays defensively or just make the plays defensively, that's all you can do that day. And sometimes it's, you're playing defense and hitting really well. And sometimes, maybe you're not doing both well, but if you can do one instead of the other, like, that's, pretty consistent, I guess.
Anything to help out. Last one. What's your favorite defensive play that you made at first this year?
There was, think about that. I got one that came to my head that was like pretty, just from like, going back and watching it, Dansby kind of threw a ball pretty high and I jumped up to get it. And it was just kind of like one of those instinctual, like, I don't know why I did it, but like I felt the runner. I felt like maybe I could make a play on him, kind of turned around to try and tag him. And that was just one of those things where it was like never happened before. Got to save one for Dansby, but yeah, that was probably my favorite one so far.
Michael, thank you very much. Really appreciate the time.
Thank you.
Michael Busch back at first base once again this afternoon for the Cubs. And the Cubs are hosting an online auction featuring unique game use items and custom player cleats with net proceeds benefiting Cubs for a Cure. The auction is live now and ends August 25th at 8 p.m. on Cubs.com/auctions. Coming up, the Manager Show next on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on The Score, official radio home of the Cubs.
Our Labor Day savings start now at Lowe's. Right now, buy one, get one free on Valspar Reserve or HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams Infinity or Showcase Interior Paint via Lowe's gift card rebate. Whether you're painting one accent wall or want to freshen up a whole room, we've got you covered. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. More terms and restrictions apply. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details. Valid through 9/4.
Hey Tinley Park, your new Amazon Fresh grocery store is officially open and we're celebrating with savings. Whether you're picking up this week's grocery haul or today's hot lunch, Amazon Fresh is your spot for savings. Head to amazon.com/grocery store opening to find weekly deals, info on upcoming events, and more. Pick up our circular in-store and find big deals updated every week. Visit your new Amazon Fresh grocery store, now open in Tinley Park on South Harlem Avenue.
This sort of thing, like, absolutely.
The sound of Bourbon City. Plan yourself at GoToLouisville.com.
Guess what, people? Wendy's has new saucy nugs. You heard me. Wendy's nugs now come in 7 saucy flavors. Buffalo, honey barbecue, garlic parm, spicy ghost pepper. You can literally hear your taste buds after every bite. I'm serious. Listen to mine. Okay, that's just me playing with sound effects, but you got the idea. For a whole new way to nug, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's.
Lowe's knows saving pros time and money means getting the job done easier. Right now, get up to 50% off select composite decking and railing. Plus, get an extra 5% off every day on eligible purchases when you use your Lowe's business credit card. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location while supplies last. 5% off or subject to credit approval. Exclusions and terms apply. See store at lowes.com/credit for details.
Cubs Tigers at Wrigley Field. Time now to give you access to Craig Counsel. Sponsored by Access One, best in the business, managed IT, cybersecurity, and more. AccessOneIT.com. Isak Paredes was the Cubs' big deadline acquisition. But so far, Paredes is hitting just 149 in 19 games since the trade.
He just hasn't got on track offensively. There's no question about it. I mean, he'd tell you the same thing. It's, we certainly taking note of it. He's working his tail off to fix it. He's a quiet kind of competitor, but he's a really hard-working kid, and he cares a lot. Just that it's hard to see it sometimes, and so this is frustrating for him. There's no question that this hurts him to not be playing well, but he will get there. He will get there. He will get back on track, and we've got to help him do it. That's our job, is to help him do it.
The baseball board next on The Score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Ian Happ. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Trends may come and go, but clear vision will always be in style. So for the first day of school, start your kids off with fresh new glasses so they're feeling good and seeing great. Just visit pearlvision.com to schedule an eye exam and get free lenses for kids. Pearl Vision works with all major vision plans, including iMed and VSP.
Valid prescription required. Valid at participating locations. Restrictions apply. Taxes extra. See store for details. Ends August 31st, 24. Exams available at the Independent Doctors of Optometry at or next to Pearl Vision. Some doctors employed by Pearl Vision.
USPS employees in Illinois work hard to keep our nation connected. That's why the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Federal Employee Program supports your health every day. Get the care you need, thanks to a network with over 2 million doctors and hospitals, including mental health and chiropractic coverage. Plus, earn rewards when you take steps to improve your health. A plan that's with you every step of the way. That's the benefit of Blue. Learn more at fepblue.org/USPS.
Lowe's knows that for pros, time is money. And that's why with the Lowe's app, we've made saving time easy. You can authorize crew members to make purchases at Lowe's stores on your behalf. They can pay quickly by scanning a QR code for a simple checkout every time. Now that's what we call saving time in store with the Lowe's app. So you have more time to get the job done, because Lowe's knows pros.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cashback you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double feature, double header, double whammy. Basically double or nothing.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
The bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Wayne Messmer performing the national anthem this afternoon at Wrigley Field. The national anthem sponsored by American Sail. Bring the fun home. Cubs hosting the Tigers. Who are you banking on? Is sponsored by Busey Bank. Building business, growing wealth since 1868. I'm banking on Cody Bellinger, who has 4 homers in 18 games since coming off the injured list. The pitching matchup is sponsored by Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Enjoy the laid-back experience of Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Left-hander Justin Steele going for the Cubs. 3-5 with a 3.10 ERA. Fellow left-hander Tyler Holton is the opener for Detroit. 2-1, a 2.49 ERA. 7 appearances in the month of August, a record of 1-0, 0.75 ERA, 10 strikeouts, and 12 innings of work. Around Baseball is sponsored by Great Clips. For your next haircut, go to Great Clips. It's going to be great. Bottom half of the 4th inning, it's the Nationals leading the Rockies 2-0. The Guardians and Yankees are scoreless in the last of the 4th. Here at Wrigley Field, it's time for baseball. Cubs, Tigers, Pat, Ron, next on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs Monday through Friday with Bernstein and Holmes, 10 a.m. to 2 on The Score.
Our Labor Day savings start now at Lowe's. Right now, buy one, get one free on Valspar Reserve or HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams Infinity or Showcase Interior Paint via Lowe's gift card rebate. Whether you're painting one accent wall or want to freshen up a whole room, we've got you covered. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. More terms and restrictions apply. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details. Valid through 9/4.
At Berman Subaru of Chicago, we're more than a car dealership. We're part of the community, and we're proud to support the people who make it great. Berman Subaru is dedicated to supporting partners like the Anti-Cruelty Society, and we're honored to receive the 2024 Subaru Love Promise Community Commitment Award. Subaru and Berman Subaru of Chicago believe in making a positive impact on the communities in which we live and work. That's the Subaru Love Promise. Berman Subaru of Chicago, more than a car dealer.
Our negative thoughts can stick with us, so we all have something to get off our chest. Therapy is a safe space to share whatever's weighing you down, so you can get some relief and find a solution. BetterHelp offers professional, affordable online therapy on a flexible schedule. Start the process in minutes and switch therapists anytime. Let it out with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/grow today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/grow.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast is presented by Health Markets. Shop for health insurance your way. And now, Odyssey and 670 The Score bring you Chicago Cubs baseball on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Get out the tape measure, long gone. Back to the stands. That ball is gone. A game-winning home run. Can you believe it? This is what you came here for. You got the Cubs game on The Score.
Chicago Cubs baseball is presented to you in part by Benjamin Moore, Benny's Beverage Depot, Hefty Trash Bags, Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha, Bosch Power Tools, James Hardy Building Products, Sloan, Stella Blue Coffee, Traffic Tech, Wintrust Community Banks, your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers, Granger, official partner of the Chicago Cubs in Wrigley Field, Arturo Tires, and by BetMGM, the sportsbook born in Vegas. Download the app today. Please gamble responsibly. And now, here's the Hall of Famer, Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer, with all the exciting play-by-play action of Chicago Cubs baseball.
Chicago Cubs baseball is on the air from Wrigley Field in Chicago. It's the third and final game of this series between the Chicago Cubs and the Detroit Tigers. Good afternoon, everybody, along with former Cub and All-Star Ron Coomer. It's Pat Hughes reporting. It's another beautiful summer day here at the friendly confines. We'll get the exact data for you a bit later on, but it's right around 70 degrees. Hazy clouds in the sky, a nice gentle breeze blowing. Perfect day for a ball game. Each team with a win in this series. Starting pitchers today, left-hander Justin Steele going for the Cubs, and lefty Tyler Holton will perform as the so-called opener, meaning he'll only work an inning or two for the Detroit Tigers. So Steele against Holton. Let's go ahead and get right to the starting lineups for today's game. Sponsored by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois. Through it all. Leading off for the men from the Motor City, Matt Vierling in center field. The Tigers left fielder, Andy Ibanez, batting second. Colt Keith at second base. Batting cleanup for Detroit, Spencer Torkelson. Torkelson plays first base. Jake Rogers, the designated hitter. Kerry Carpenter to bat sixth and play right field. Catching and batting seventh is Dylan Dingler. Jace Young at third base and batting ninth and playing shortstop, the former Chicago Cub, Javier Baez. Those are the Tigers. Here are the Cubs. It'll be Ian Happ leading off in left field. Isak Paredes at third base. Cody Bellinger in right field. The Cubs cleanup man is the designated hitter, Seiya Suzuki. Michael Busch at first base. Michael in the number 5 position. Nico Horner at second base. Dansby Swanson batting seventh and playing shortstop. Pete Crow Armstrong in center and Miguel Amaya catching and batting ninth. Cubs take the field. Baseball right around the corner. Back to get it started on this beautiful day on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs Monday through Friday with Bernstein and Holmes, 10 a.m. until 2 on The Score.
USPS employees in Illinois work hard to keep our nation connected. That's why the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Federal Employee Program supports your health every day. Get the care you need, thanks to a network with over 2 million doctors and hospitals, including mental health and chiropractic coverage. Plus, earn rewards when you take steps to improve your health. A plan that's with you every step of the way. That's the benefit of Blue. Learn more at fepblue.org/USPS.
Lowe's knows saving pros time and money means getting the job done easier. Right now, get up to 50% off select composite decking and railing. Plus, get an extra 5% off every day on eligible purchases when you use your Lowe's business credit card. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location while supplies last. 5% off are subject to credit approval. Exclusions and terms apply. See store at lowes.com/credit for details.
Left-hander Justin Steele making his final few warm-up tosses. He gave you the lineups. Sponsored by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois. Through it all. Right around 72 degrees at game time. We'll get the exact temperature data here momentarily, but it feels like it's about 72. Game time temperature sponsored by Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. Your trusted local experts, Four Seasons. It has just warmed up a couple of degrees in the last 20 seconds. It is now 74 degrees. Thank you, Ron Cooper, for letting me know the exact temperature. The umpires today, John Libka, all ready to call balls and strikes. Rob Drake is the crew chief, and he'll work at first. DJ Rayburn, the second base umpire, and Charlie Ramos over at third. They've got the short sleeve black shirts and the dark gray trousers, black hats, and black shoes. I keep meaning, Ron, to try to find out the color of the umpire's socks. I just can't bring myself to get that job done.
Maybe purple? You never
Purple
know.
would be a good guess. I'm guessing black.
Okay.
Brown, dark brown. Maybe it'll just remain one of life's mysteries.
That very well could.
We are ready for baseball today. Nice crowd. There's still some room for you if you're in the area. The first pitch from the left-hander Justin Steele is down low to Matt Vierling, and away we go. Vierling, a right-handed batting center fielder, hitting .253. Here's the next pitch in for a strike. Ron, as you think about Justin Steele facing these Tigers, what's on your mind?
I would just love to see Justin get off to a really good, fast start of command of that fastball cutter pitch that he has to the right-handers.
Here's a line drive, base hit to right. There are some Tiger fans in the stands. They have been here all during the series. Leadoff single for Vierling, the batter Andy Ibanez.
And if Steele gets to that point where he has great command of that pitch, he makes it very difficult, and even more so on a younger lineup. And that's exactly what this Detroit Tigers lineup is. It's young, it's talented, as we saw yesterday, but it's very young.
Tigers played the long ball last night as Ibanez takes a strike. Home runs by Riley Green and Trey Sweeney. Those came in the second inning, and then Kerry Carpenter's 3-run homer in the ninth inning put the game on ice. As the home runs accounted for 7 of their 8 tallies in their 8-2 win. Cubs were the winners in the opener on Tuesday night, 3-1. Final game of the homestand, the Cubs are 3-5 after the first 5 games. And the pitch to Ibanez off the inside corner. Ibanez has an orange sleeve on the right arm. He's wearing orange batting gloves on both hands. Tigers in their traveling grays, gray shirts and trousers. Here's the 1-2. One hopper to second base. Horner goes to second. There's one. Swanson to first, not in time. The ball not hit sharply enough to turn 2, but the Cubs get the lead runner on the 4-6 fielder's choice.
Good pitch by Steele. That's the pitch we were talking about, that inside fastball cutter that Steele throws to the right-hander, breaks Ibanez's bat, and gets that little soft one-hopper to Nico, and the Cubs get the lead runner.
The announcement of the umpires, sponsored by Suits 2020 and Niles, the largest selection of wedding outfits for grooms and groomsmen. Colt Keith, big left-handed batter, will take outside for a ball. I was in Suits 2020 within the last 10 days or so. I want to thank a gentleman by the name of Angus for his great help.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes the 1-0 off the inside. He said he was waiting for your arrival, Ron, and Zach Zaidman.
I believe last year he's the guy that helped me also. Now, after you two have gone there this past week, is there anything left for the rest of us?
Not much. Thanks for asking.
Just wondering. All right.
2 balls and no strikes on Colt Keith.
Angus, give me a call when you get the rest of the stuff back in.
No, they have a wide assortment of shoes and shirts and trousers and suits. They are called Suits 2020. That would not be a surprise.
Wonderful
that they
people,
have suits.
too.
Here's a swing and a miss by Colt Keith, and the count 2-2.
When you go there, they do a tremendous job of taking you around and figuring out exactly what you want to. Wonderful people.
They have a tailor on staff.
Yeah.
Short lead at first by Ibanez. The pitch, strike 3 called. Keith got caught looking. That ball nipped the inside corner. Strikeout number 1 for Steele. Strikeouts by Cubs pitcher, sponsored by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Own every mile in a brand new Hyundai. Scoreless game, first inning, 2 down, a man at first, and the batter is Spencer Torkelson.
Steele will top out today somewhere around that 93 mark with that fastball. But that's not his thing. The fastball cutter, slider, and command is. But Speed Gun today, as always, powered by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once.
There is a pitch. Zach Zaidman chimes in. We were talking about the tailor over at Suits 2020. Her name is Sylvia. Very, very efficient.
Mm-hmm.
She's done some work, I think, for all 3 of us.
Yeah, absolutely. And I must say, your shirt today, you look marvelous today.
This is a Suits 2020 item.
I would have never guessed.
We need a uniform description of that shirt.
Oh, it's Cubby colors with the plaid. Very nice.
It's
button-down shirt with the black trousers.
Exquisite.
And the blue matching Hoka gym shoes.
Here comes the 1-1 pitch inside for a ball. These are doctor's orders shoes.
They're very stylish. Yeah. Top of your game day. We are going to Miami, so it's one of them old-fashioned Capitals.
It's a long flight. You want to be comfortable on those longer flights. Here's the 2-1 to Spencer Torkelson. It's off the inside corner. Check swing, no swing, 3-1. So you've got your Jim Kicks on as well.
I do, absolutely.
Wasn't there a running back by the name of Jim Kick for the Miami Dolphins?
Miami Dolphins.
He wore a lot of Jim Kicks. Here comes the 3-1 pitch on the way. Fly ball to right. It's going to be caught by Bellinger to end the inning. No runs for the Tigers. We go to the bottom of the first inning. No score at Wrigley. This is the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Listen to every Cubs game all season long right here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
USPS employees in Illinois work hard to keep our nation connected. That's why the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Federal Employee Program supports your health every day. Get the care you need, thanks to a network with over 2 million doctors and hospitals, including mental health and chiropractic coverage. Plus, earn rewards when you take steps to improve your health. A plan that's with you every step of the way. That's the benefit of Blue. Learn more at fepblue.org/USPS.
See Broadway's spellbinding spectacular in Chicago, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Join Harry and his son on the next adventure, September 10th through February 1st at the James M. Niederlander Theater. Get tickets at BroadwayInChicago.com.
Lowe's knows saving pros time and money means getting the job done easier. Right now, get up to 50% off select composite decking and railing. Plus, get an extra 5% off every day on eligible purchases when you use your Lowe's Business Credit Card. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location while supplies last. 5% off are subject to credit approval. Exclusions and terms apply. See store at Lowe's.com/credit for details.
Bottom of the first inning, Ian Happ will lead it off for the Cubs. Facing left-hander Tyler Holton. We just saw Holton in relief last night. He's starting today. Again, he'll only work an inning or so. First pitch to Ian Happ, missing for ball one. Cubs leadoff man presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. If Ian Happ gets a base hit, Benny's will donate $100 to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. There is a pitch in there for a strike. Ron, what's the plan against Holton?
Well, I think, you're looking at a guy, fastball cutter, good fastball, over the top. And I think you go at him kind of like he's, coming out of the pen.
Happ hits a pop fly into shallow right. Easy play for Carpenter, and that's out number one.
Holton has done this now, I believe, 6 times for Detroit this season, and he's done well with it. And that's probably why he's getting this assignment to start the game, even though he's probably only going to pitch an inning or two. He's maxed out doing this season, Pat, at 3 innings, but I doubt that would be the case today. Although they've used openers the first 2 games, if somebody gets on a roll for this Tigers team pitching, they're probably going to stay in there.
I was thinking about that, Ron, starting an opener for 3 straight games in the same series as Isak Paredes hits a little looper. It's going to be caught by the second baseman, Keith, angling into shallow right. Easy play, 2 down. No score, bottom of the first, the batter, Cody Bellinger. What would that do to an everyday player like yourself preparing for pitchers, knowing you're only going to see a guy for an inning or 2, and then they're going to go to the bullpen? What does that do to your prep?
Well, you prep as if you're just, normal batting practice each day, but you're not, as that pitch misses down, you're not going to prep for a specific guy like you would, let's say you're going to face a sinker baller one day or a high fastball guy one day, where you're really going to work hard on getting on top of the ball, let's say for a high fastball guy. That's not going to be the case today.
Bellinger hits a pop fly back toward our booth and back out of play.
Thought we might have our first baseball in the booth here at Wrigley today. We came up a little short.
It is amazing how few balls land in our booth.
Yeah.
We are in prime foul ball territory. I don't mean to sound remorseful about it, but here's a swing and a foul back out of play. I wouldn't mind a baseball in here every now and again.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm better now. I got over it.
Well, it beats having the birds come in here. I know that.
It's a very good point.
Yep.
Now the 1-2 to Bellinger on the way. A little line drive towards second, caught by Keith. The second baseman moving toward the middle, made a backhand catch at shoulder level to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down. We've played one. 0-0 game. Cubs and Tigers on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Chicago Cubs memories are made right here with Pat, Ron, and Zach on the Cubs Radio Network.
Lowe's knows that for pros, time is money. And that's why with the Lowe's app, we've made saving time easy. You can authorize crew members to make purchases at Lowe's stores on your behalf. They can pay quickly by scanning a QR code for a simple checkout every time. Now that's what we call saving time in store with the Lowe's app. So you have more time to get the job done because Lowe's knows pros.
Our negative thoughts can stick with us, so we all have something to get off our chest. Therapy is a safe space to share whatever's weighing you down, so you can get some relief and find a solution. BetterHelp offers professional, affordable online therapy on a flexible schedule. Start the process in minutes and switch therapists anytime. Let it out with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/grow today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/grow.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, and I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Get the facts. For your free timeshare exit info kit, go to iCancelTimeshare.com. That's iCancelTimeshare.com. iCancelTimeshare.com.
When you buy a new house, you might say,
"Shut the front door."
Winning.
No, seriously. Shut the front door. We own this house now.
But you actually need to say,
"Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there."
That's right. The local State Farm agent is there to help you choose the coverage you need.
Welcome to my crib. No one says that anymore, but I don't care.
So just remember, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm, Bloomington, Illinois.
Cubs in their home white uniform, white shirts and trousers, the familiar blue pinstripes all over, blue hats and numbers and sleeves and socks. Second inning, Jake Rogers takes a ball down low. 1 ball and 1 strike on Rogers. He'll be followed by Kerry Carpenter and Dylan Dingler. Here's the windup and the next pitch. Swing and a miss. Good fastball by Steele. Steele, 116 innings, has given up only 10 home runs, so about 1 homer for every 12 innings of work, which is very good. And he has walked about 1 man for every 4 innings of work. So when you look at all those, here's a swing and a miss, strike 3. His ERA is good, just over 3, but he really should have quite a few more than just the 3 wins. 3 and 5 is his record, but without even stretching your imagination much, Ron, he could have 9 or 10 wins easily.
No doubt. The Cubs offense has not supported him well this season, and that's been unfortunate. And defense, there have been a lot of games, especially in the middle of the season, where the defense had some lapses, and it, just happens sometimes, but it seemed to happen in his games more so than any other games. Yeah. And it's just, it seems like every year one guy in the staff is that guy, and it's been Justin this year.
Here's a roller out towards second, slowly hit, gobbled up by Horner, throws to first in time, and that's out number 2. Nice pitch, had the batter out in front, and the batter now is Dylan Dingler. Tiger uniforms, they also have a lot of blue in their unis, gray shirts and trousers, of course, navy blue hats, numbers, sleeves, and socks. And both teams have a variety of shoe colors. 2 down, nobody on. Dingler fouls it away off to the right. Uniform description sponsored by Benjamin Moore. Transform your clubhouse into a Cubs house with Cubbies Blue, Wrigley Field Green, or Marquee Red, official paint of the Chicago Cubs. Benjamin Moore swinging a foul back, 0-2.
First inning was powered by Invesco QQQ. Tomorrow's innovation awaits with Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibilities. Invesco Distributors Incorporated.
Travel day for both teams. Cubs will be heading to Miami after the game. This pitch is down low for a ball. The Cubs and the Marlins. 3 different starting times the next 3 days. A night game tomorrow night starting at 6:10 Central. Then a 3:10 Central on Saturday and a 12:40 start on Sunday. We'll get you some pitching matchups later. This ball is fouled away. I know you're not a big fan of 3 different starting times in a 3-game series.
Yeah, definitely not. I think, baseball players are very much, habitual, I guess the way of putting it, where you like to stay in certain habits. That be sleep, as that ball's fouled off. Sleep, eating habits. You like to stay in your routine. And when you play 3 different start times, it definitely does not account for that, and it makes it a little more difficult. It's not that you can't do it, but,
Well, as you talk about staying in your routine, here's a pitch swing and a miss, strike 3. We'll get to the baseball history notes. It's a lot of fun. It's about a guy named Chicken Wolf for Louisville way back in 1886. I hope you'll find it amusing. When we come back, we go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. No score. Cubs and Tigers on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Dansby Swanson. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Lowe's knows saving pros time and money means getting the job done easier. Right now, get up to 50% off select composite decking and railing. Plus, get an extra 5% off every day on eligible purchases when you use your Lowe's Business Credit Card. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location while supplies last. 5% offer subject to credit approval. Exclusions and terms apply. See store at lowes.com/credit for details.
Our negative thoughts can stick with us, so we all have something to get off our chest. Therapy is a safe space to share whatever's weighing you down, so you can get some relief and find a solution. BetterHelp offers professional, affordable online therapy on a flexible schedule. Start the process in minutes and switch therapists anytime. Let it out with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/grow today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/grow.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, and I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Get the facts. For your free timeshare exit info kit, go to iCancelTimeshare.com. That's iCancelTimeshare.com. iCancelTimeshare.com.
Today is the last day to get your 50-50 raffle tickets with the current jackpot at $59,552. Get your tickets now through the end of the game at Cubs.com/raffle or from a Wrigley Field raffle ambassador through the 8th inning.
All right, Zach, thank you. A new pitcher in the game. The starter Holton worked just 1 inning. Veteran Kenta Maeda, former Dodger and Twin, now with the Tigers. Here's a pitch, bounced to short off the bat of Seiya Suzuki. Baez makes a bad throw. Baez throw to the home plate side. A good throw would have had him. We'll wait to see how they score it. Javier Baez might be charged with a throwing error as we watch it again, Ron.
Yes, ball hit in the hole. Baez catches his ball on the outfield grass, and they're going to give this a base hit. As Javi catches this ball, he uncorks the throw. Yeah, and it would have been a close play at first base if the throw was on line.
Michael Busch, the batter, he'll take a strike. Maeda has not been effective this year. First of all, his ERA is 6.18. He's given up a lot of home runs. He's given up a lot of runs, period. Maeda 2-5 for the year.
Yeah, and he's a guy that, in years past, we've, seen him probably at his very best as a Dodger.
Mm-hmm.
And then did very well when he was healthy with the Minnesota Twins.
Michael Busch batting. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Maeda. It's down low.
Second inning sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Remember, on Southwest, 2 bags fly free.
And opposing pitching chances, Ron, as you know by this time. Those are always brought to you by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at sloan.com. Busch hits a high fly ball to left, shallow and playable. Ibanez battling a tough Sun and makes the catch. Hustling back to first is Suzuki. You could tell that Ibanez was having sun issues as that ball was in the air, Ron.
Yeah, he did a very nice job of he's wearing glasses and also using his glove to shield the ball. And that, as you said, not an easy play, but he made the play.
Speaking of not an easy play for an outfielder.
Yeah.
On this date in 1886, Nico Horner will take a strike. I think this is a true story. I'm not positive, but it says here, Louisville's Chicken Wolf hits a game-winning home run, but it wasn't a standard home run by any means. Here's a swing and a smash, base hit to left. Horner, a sharp single, a one-hopper out of the range of a diving third baseman, Young. Stopping at second is Suzuki. 2 men on with 1 away. It was a game-winning home run thanks to a stray dog tearing at Reds Abner Powell's pant leg, causing the center fielder to miss the ball. A dog involved in a Major League Baseball game on this date in 1886, and Chicken Wolf was credited with a game-winning home run.
Now, that's a good mascot. I don't think Clark is going out there and sabotaging the center fielder in any one of these games today or in this season. But old Chicken Wolf got him a homer. Walk-off piece. No.
Dansby Swanson will take a strike. How would you like to be an outfielder in a Major League ball game? You're going back trying to catch a fly ball. I mean, you got enough issues as it is.
Yeah.
And now here comes Rover nipping at your ankles.
Yeah.
Or Fido.
Yeah.
Here comes the 1-1 pitch on the way. In there for a strike, 1 and 2. No video existing of that particular play.
There is a picture of good old Chicken Wolf in the computer. He had a heck of a mustache. I'll say that. Now, he did not get wardrobed out at Suits 2020, but he still was looking marvelous.
I wonder if it would have been his dog, possibly, that assisted in the game-winning home run.
Would make sense.
Of course, he probably owned a chicken. Here comes the 1-2 pitch on the way, and it's taken down low for a ball.
It's tough to own a chicken and a wolf at the same time.
And a dog. The dog would be a full house.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah.
Swanson batting with 1 away, 2 men on. Cubs and Tigers, no score. The pitch to Swanson. Little pop fly, shallow center, racing in Veerling. And Veerling will make drops the ball. Everybody is safe. I thought he might have made a spectacular diving catch. But, Ron, it was one of those plays where his dive, he landed on his own arm, and that's what jarred the ball loose.
Yeah, it's a very difficult play for an outfielder, especially a center fielder, to come running straight in and catch this ball. The hard part, which way do you put your glove? Right? Do you catch it backhand style or front with the palm up? It's very tough. He tries to go backhand style, never really does catch this ball. It just ticks the thumb of the glove, and it ends up being a base hit.
Bags loaded for the Cubs. Great scoring chance. 1 away. Heat Crow Armstrong takes a strike. Scoreless game, second inning. Infield back for the Tigers. The pitch to Crow Armstrong. Down low. What's the thinking for the batter in this spot, Ron?
I would be patient if I was Pete Crow Armstrong. I don't think Maeda, he's a guy from his history, does not like to give in. So he'll nibble around the edges of the strike zone and to see if you're going to be over-aggressive or not. If Pete can be patient, he's going to eventually get a good pitch to hit.
And the 1-1. There's a strike. 1-2.
That was a little breaking ball, a little backdoor breaking ball in the middle.
Torkelson shallow at first, perhaps respecting the bunting ability of Crow Armstrong. Here's the pitch down low. Although in a spot like this, Ron, you'd say the chances are that you want your guys swinging away and trying to drive in more than just one.
Yeah, you want Pete to smoke one in the gap or do some damage.
Now the veteran right-hander deals. Swing and a miss. A splitter. It came in and dropped. And Crow Armstrong is out on strikes, and that's out number 2. And the batter is Miguel Amaya.
All the pitches that were in the zone were all off-speed pitches. Little backdoor breaking ball, and then the split finger.
Amaya wearing bright red batting gloves on each hand. The pitch to Miguel. A swing and a drive. Deep left field. It's got a chance. Grand slam home run for Miguel Amaya. All the way on to Waveland Avenue. Cubs lead 4-0. His first career grand slam. Miguel Amaya, Cubs catcher, being greeted very enthusiastically as he reaches home plate. And the Cubs have put 4 on the board with 1 swing.
Maeda tries to go up and in with the first fastball and doesn't quite get it in far enough, and Amaya hammers this ball. The wind blowing out to the left field corner slightly helped that ball, but that ball was crushed. 4-0 Cubs.
Amaya's 6th of the year, now has 28 runs batted in. It's another hefty home run, sponsored by Hefty, the official trash bag of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty strong all day long. And one of the first guys I'm thinking about is Justin Steele, Amaya's battery mate. Finally, some runs for Justin to work with.
That's outstanding.
He brought the crowd to its feet. Nice audience today here as Happ will take a strike. We had just under 32,000 last night, 31 and change on Tuesday night. Final game of the homestand. Now the 2-1 to Happ, batting left-handed. He'll take high and outside, 3-1.
Well, and you talk about confidence, too, for Amaya. He's, had some – he was given a weekend off to kind of work at his swing. They really kind of did some work with him over a weekend period. And since then, he has been much more aggressive, as Happ fouls this one off. He's put himself in a much better position to make a good, strong pass at the ball because he's a strong guy. And, boy, he got a pitch up and in there, and he hammered that ball to left, as you said, all the way out on the Waveland Avenue.
Now the 3-2 pitch to Ian Happ is taken for ball 4. And the inning will continue. A 24-pitch inning so far for Kenta Maeda. RBIs, 4 with 1 swing for Amaya. The RBIs are sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. And the base on balls, as Zach Zaidman points out. Walks by opposing pitcher, sponsored by North Shore Adult Diapers. Reassuringly strong protection for even the heaviest control problems. Visit northshore.com. Thanks to whomever added the sound effects to the end of that commercial.
Same guy. He appreciates good relief. And Ginger.
Paredes pulls one in the air, foul, deep to left and back out of play.
Double plays turned by the Cubs today. They're sponsored by Nissan. They make cars that thrill. experience the thrill for yourself today.
More sound effects.
Now, this is a thrill. I don't know about the other one, but
I like the ad-lib sound effect. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Fly ball to left. It's going to be caught by Ibanez, and that ends the inning. But the Cubs score 4 on the granny by Miguel Amaya. We go to inning number 3. Cubs 4, Tigers nothing. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Lowe's knows that for pros, time is money. And that's why with the Lowe's app, we've made saving time easy. You can authorize crew members to make purchases at Lowe's stores on your behalf. They can pay quickly by scanning a QR code for a simple checkout every time. Now that's what we call saving time in store with the Lowe's app. So you have more time to get the job done because Lowe's knows pros.
Our negative thoughts can stick with us, so we all have something to get off our chest. Therapy is a safe space to share whatever's weighing you down, so you can get some relief and find a solution. BetterHelp offers professional, affordable online therapy on a flexible schedule. Start the process in minutes and switch therapists anytime. Let it out with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/grow today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/grow.
USPS employees in Illinois work hard to keep our nation connected. That's why the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Federal Employee Program supports your health every day. Get the care you need, thanks to a network with over 2 million doctors and hospitals, including mental health and chiropractic coverage. Plus, earn rewards when you take steps to improve your health. A plan that's with you every step of the way. That's the benefit of Blue. Learn more at fepblue.org/USPS.
The third inning is sponsored by Grainger, official partner of the Chicago Cubs and Wrigley Field. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. And Pat, I've done a little research thanks to the Society of American Baseball Research.
Yes.
And Chicken Wolf was born William Van Winkle Jimmy Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, while playing for a semi-pro team, their manager instructed the team to eat lightly before a certain game.
In there for a strike to Jace Young.
But it says here, quote, Wolf surrendered to his appetite and stuffed himself on stewed chicken.
Here's the ground ball fielded by Bush. He will run to the bag ahead of the batter, Jace Young. 1 down. Cubs lead 4-0 in the third, and the batter, Javier Baez.
And then the story goes, Pat, quote, he then played poorly in the game, committing several errors, and the nickname Chicken stuck.
So several errors. That's not a good report. This is a big league ball player in 1886.
Yeah. But he had a heck of a meal.
Sounded like he had about 4 other middle names, though, if I was listening to Zach correctly there. What was that full name again?
Yeah, full name, William Van Winkle Wolf. To his family, he was known as Willie.
Why not? Here's a swing and a miss by Baez.
Later, he was known as Jimmy to baseball fans in Louisville before the chicken nickname stuck.
Javier Baez did not play last night. He hits a ground ball to first, fielded by Bush, unassisted play, out number 2. Baez 0 for 5 in his return to the friendly confines. He struck out 4 times on Tuesday night. 2 down, and the batter now is Matt Vierling.
See, now you can't blame the chicken on the bad performance, and I can tell you why, because guy I played against for many years, Wade Boggs, ate chicken every day before the game, and worked out pretty good for Boggsy.
It was kind of like a ritual for him. He would eat it at the exact same time for a night game. I think every noon or 12:30, whatever it was. He would do his wind sprints at the exact same time before the game. He was very meticulous.
Yeah, no, I think there's a lot more guys similar to that than you would think. I really do.
You just get into a groove, and maybe it worked when you were young and you went 4 for 4 and you said, okay, I got my format now.
Well, and certain meals you eat, certain meals you would not eat before ball games. That pitch is inside to Vierling. Like for me, I came down to the field every day before the game at 20 minutes to the top of the hour for the game that day with a little cup of coffee.
Veerling takes a strike, 3-1.
And by quarter to 7 o'clock, let's say for a night game, I was at the foul line getting ready, stretching, and starting to run.
Swinging a pop fly right side. Bush is going to make all 3 plays in the inning, fielding a couple of grounders, and then the pop fly off the bat of Veerling. We'll get back to Ron's story in a minute. After 2.5, Cubs 4, Tigers nothing. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Every home run and double play is called by Pat and Ron on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Experience a summer filled with fun and adventure in Indiana. Make this a summer to remember and picture yourself in Indiana. Plan your trip at inindiana.com/summer.
Lowe's knows saving pros time and money means getting the job done easier. Right now, get up to 50% off select composite decking and railing. Plus, get an extra 5% off every day on eligible purchases when you use your Lowe's business credit card. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location while supplies last. 5% off are subject to credit approval. Exclusions and terms apply. See store Lowe's.com/credit for details.
See Broadway's spellbinding spectacular in Chicago. Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Join Harry and his son on the next adventure, September 10th through February 1st at the James M. Niederlander Theater. Get tickets at BroadwayInChicago.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, and I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Get the facts. For your free timeshare exit info kit, go to iCancelTimeshare.com. That's iCancelTimeshare.com. iCancelTimeshare.com.
Our negative thoughts can stick with us, so we all have something to get off our chest. Therapy is a safe space to share whatever's weighing you down so you can get some relief and find a solution. BetterHelp offers professional, affordable online therapy on a flexible schedule. Start the process in minutes and switch therapists anytime. Let it out with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/grow today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/grow.
Cody Bellinger's On Deck. Who's On Deck is sponsored by On Deck. Need a small business loan fast? Apply today at OnDeck.com. Huh?
Cody Bellinger will face Kenta Maeda, and lineman to left center, a base hit toward the alley. Over to cut it off with a sliding play as Ibanez racing to second. A sliding double for Cody Bellinger. He lined it past the shortstop Baez. The left fielder Ibanez ran over and slid on the ground, and I think that is when Bellinger decided to go for 2, Ron.
Yeah, you kick it in then. Absolutely. Great piece of hitting by Belly. He shoots this ball into the left center gap. Yeah, when Ibanez hits the deck trying to slide to stop this ball from going to the ivy, that's when you knew Belly was going to be able to make it to second base. Belly can really run. He kicked in the afterburners coming around first.
He's got those long strides. Yeah. It's fun to watch a guy run like Bellinger does. Seiya Suzuki takes ball 1. Suzuki had an infield single. He was along for the ride on the grand slam by Miguel Amaya in the second. Here's the pitch to Suzuki inside from Kenta Maeda, 2-0. 2 base hits by the Cubs. Those are sponsored by Traffic Tech. Double up your business with Traffic Tech, the hardest working team in transport. Seiya will take down low for ball 3. You lead by 4. Third inning, green light or not?
Yeah, I would say absolutely. You get a good pitch to hit, cut them loose. Might be up 6-0 here quickly.
3-0 pitch on the way is outside. It did look like he had the green light, but he showed good discipline in letting the pitch go outside. It's ball 4, 2 men on. Cubs lead 4-0, and the batter, Michael Bush.
And we're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Bush flied to left his first time. Beautiful Wrigley Field. You know, the Cubs count on Granger's help to keep Wrigley running to get the products you need. Bush will take a strike. Call clickgranger.com or stop by. Granger, official partner of the Chicago Cubs and Wrigley Field. Bellinger at second, Suzuki at first. The 0-1 from Maeda. Down low for a ball. It's 1-1. Ron, when you take an early lead in the game, does that allow hitters to possibly relax a little bit more as they take their at-bats?
Yeah, I think there becomes a looseness in the dugout of guys, everybody getting a little charged up. Someone's hit a grand slam. The guys is banging the ball around the field. And when you have that, everybody's contributing. So everybody's kind of feeling it right now.
And now the 2-1 to Bush, hit in the air, left field, shallow. Racing in is Ibanez, and that ball falls in there for a base hit. Everyone moves up 90. It's a base hit for Bush. A pop fly into no man's land down the left field line. Very tough play with the wind and the sun for the third baseman, Young. It was too far in front of Ibanez, the left fielder, and that's a pop fly single from Michael Bush.
Yeah, and this is one of those plays where Young, the third baseman, got a very late break. He did not pick this ball up early at all. Javi Baez, who we've normally seen make that play, because Bush hitting, is playing behind the second base bag. So really the only guy that has a shot at it is Ibanez, because Young was really out of the play from the very beginning. And he had a really long way to go get that ball. So as you said, Pat, kind of no man's land when Young didn't pick that ball up right away. Cubs with another base hit.
Ron, we have to make our picks in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. I'll say 32,323. 32323.
I will say 30,000 on the nose.
Rich Wyatt and Zach Zaidman will make their guesses momentarily. Infield back, bases loaded, nobody out for Nico Horner. Nico takes a strike. Horner singled and scored on the grand slam by Amaya in the second inning. Cubs with a chance to build up a sizable lead right now. Already leading 4-0. And the pitch to Nico. Ground ball right side. Fielded by Torkelson. He'll throw to first in time. And Horner is out, but a run scores on the play. I thought he had a play at the plate. How about you?
He did. He had a play at home plate. There's no doubt. He comes off the bag, fields this ball. Now, the thing is, he's a right-handed first baseman. So this ball's hit to his left. So when you catch it, he could have planted his right foot and just fired home. But he chose not to even think about going home. Maeda is frustrated because you get the ground ball. The infield is playing in. He could have thrown home, but he did not. They go to first. Cubs score the 5th run.
Dansby Swanson batting. Cubs lead 5-0. One away, runners at second and third. Horner with his 37th run batted in. Suzuki at third, Bush at second. Swanson will take a breaking ball down low, 1-1.
ID.
Getting close to a station ID break. We'll wait until after this next pitch by Kenta Maeda. The veteran right-hander ready and delivers. Swing and a miss. 10 for ID. This is the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs and all of Chicago's teams. Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on The Score. WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
With Ron Coomer, Pat Hughes at Wrigley. Here's a fastball away. Zach Zaidman working alongside our engineer, Rich Wyatt. And we thank you for joining us. The Cubs off to a good start today, leading 5-0 in the third, trying to take 2 out of 3 in the series. Here comes the 2-2. Outside to Dansby, 3-2. Pete Crow Armstrong on deck. Maeda surrendered the grand slam by Miguel Amaya back in the second. He's been touched for another run here in the third. And the Cubs threatening for more with only one away. Now Maeda from the stretch delivers. Swinging a foul out of play off to the right. Cubs baseball brought to you in part by Grainger. That's right. Grainger, official partner of the Chicago Cubs and Wrigley Field. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. And now the 3-2 on the way. Bouncing ball toward short, heading home is the runner, and the throw is going to be in time. Baez fielding the grounder. Suzuki out at the plate. He was going on contact, and the play not really that close at home. Out number 2, runners end up at first and third.
Yeah, so this play at the plate, this is one of those plays where it's a force, but the throw is low and kind of over the right-handed batter's box. So Engler comes up, catches this ball, and the easiest thing to do is just tag the runner sliding right into him. And that's exactly what he did. Suzuki kind of tags himself out on the slide to the plate.
Now 2 down, men at first and third. Pete Crow Armstrong, the batter, swings and misses, 0-1. You were talking about having your cup of coffee at the same time?
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, it probably would have been Stella Blue coffee.
Electric Avenue.
Stella Blue and Barstool Big Cat, official coffee sponsors of Cubs Radio. Delicious. You can now buy Stella Blue coffee, by the way, at the various locations: Mariano's, Jewel, Pick and Save, Metro Market, or order online at StellaBlueCoffee.com. There goes Swanson, the pitch outside, throw to second base. Nobody covering the bag. It's a stolen base. Holding at third on the play is Bush. Baez did not cover the bag for whatever reason, Ron.
I am really not sure. That's kind of an odd one. Yeah, that's the stolen base. And Dansby with his 11th stolen base of the year. And I think they got a play on him. This throw goes right over the bag, and Javi, with the play right in front of him, just never went to the bag.
Armstrong bounces one right back to the mound, fielded by Maeda, throws to first, ends the inning. Cubs able to scratch out one more. 1 run on 2 hits. They leave a pair. We go to the 4th inning. Cubs 5, Tigers nothing. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Chicago Cubs memories are made right here with Pat, Ron, and Zach on the Cubs Radio Network.
You can give it a little swirl. Yes.
The sound of Bourbon City. Plan yourself at GoToLouisville.com.
Lowe's knows that for pros, time is money. And that's why with the Lowe's app, we've made saving time easy. You can authorize crew members to make purchases at Lowe's stores on your behalf. They can pay quickly by scanning a QR code for a simple checkout every time. Now that's what we call saving time in store with the Lowe's app. So you have more time to get the job done, because Lowe's knows pros.
Our negative thoughts can stick with us, so we all have something to get off our chest. Therapy is a safe space to share whatever's weighing you down, so you can get some relief and find a solution. BetterHelp offers professional, affordable online therapy on a flexible schedule. Start the process in minutes and switch therapists anytime. Let it out with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/grow today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/grow.
The out-of-town scoreboard is fueled by Citgo Dry Clean Gasoline. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. The Nationals a 5-1 leader over the Rockies. Top half of the 8th inning. James Wood with a 2-run single for Washington. Aaron Judge, Pat, has gone deep again. Home run number 48. Yankees leading the Guardians 5-0. Last of the 6th inning for Judge, a solo shot.
Andy Ibanez swings and misses. Zach, 0-2.
And one other game, Brewers and Cardinals scoreless, top of the 4th in St. Louis.
The name James Wood. Isn't there an actor, or isn't there an actor by the name of James Wood?
Mm-hmm.
Here's the 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed by Andy Ibanez. Out number one. Justin Steele, 3 shutout innings, just notching his 4th strikeout of the game, and the batter is Colt Keith.
A good pitch by Steele, and he is on the attack. He's got good command. Last pitch, that fastball inside.
The left-handed batter will take outside from Justin Steele. Dansby Swanson had a stolen base back in that 3rd inning. For every steal this season, a Turo tire will make a donation to Keeping Families Covered. ATTURO, a Turo Tires. Cubs lead by 5. Here's a base hit down the left field line off the bat of Colt Keith going the other way. And he'll hold at first with a single as Happ gets over. Cuts it off and gets it back to the infield. It's a 1-out single, and the batter now is Spencer Torkelson.
Pat and I got a message from Mitch Rosen, and we've got one of our shows are out in Las Vegas at Circa. They are poolside. I got a shot of their stadium, their poolside stadium shot. Our game is at their stadium pool TV, which is saying it's a TV is kind of the understatement of the year. It is about a 4-story high television in the stadium area poolside, and Bernstein and Holmes are there, I believe, doing their show when we are not on the air. They were on earlier, and Mitch is out there, and he asked the question, Pat, when are the broadcasters for the games going to come out? And I think I've already told them I'm a yes. So I think they're talking about you, partner.
Here is a smash foul down the left field line.
They said there's a presidential suite at Circa. That one's already booked. There's a guy, Coomer, in that one. But, I'd be willing to share. I think it's fairly large.
It's very generous of everyone. And the 1-2 pitch is swung on and fouled. But I'm looking at the photo.
Right, isn't that something?
They found Mitch Rosen flexing poolside, which is certainly one of the highlights of my afternoon. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Spencer Torkelson.
If we get in that presidential suite and one of them cabanas at the stadium swim, he can do whatever he wants.
Bounce to third, fielded by Paredes. Go to second. There's one over to first. Call it to a double play. 5-4-3 double play around the horn. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's the Cubs 5 and the Tigers nothing. This is the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Listen to every Cubs game all season long right here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Lowe's knows saving pros time and money means getting the job done easier. Right now, get up to 50% off select composite decking and railing. Plus, get an extra 5% off every day on eligible purchases when you use your Lowe's business credit card. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location while supplies last. 5% off are subject to credit approval. Exclusions and terms apply. See store at lowes.com/credit for details.
See Broadway's spellbinding spectacular in Chicago, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Join the next adventure as Harry and his son set off on a mind-blowing race through time, brought to life before your eyes and beyond your imagination. It's time to believe in magic at Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. September 10th through February 1st at the James M. Niederlander Theater. Get tickets at BroadwayInChicago.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Get your free guide at iCancelTimeshare.com. That's iCancelTimeshare.com. iCancelTimeshare.com.
Lowe's knows that for pros, time is money. And that's why with the Lowe's app, we've made saving time easy. You can authorize crew members to make purchases at Lowe's stores on your behalf. They can pay quickly by scanning a QR code for a simple checkout every time. Now that's what we call saving time in store with the Lowe's app. So you have more time to get the job done because Lowe's knows pros.
League Leaders are sponsored by the Village of New Lenox, leading the way in residential and economic development. Bobby Witt Jr. of the Royals leading the majors in batting average, hitting .352.
Miguel Amaya will take a strike. Zach, what else you got?
Aaron Judge, the power leader, 48 home runs, 118 RBIs, and Ellie De La Cruz of the Reds has 60 stolen bases to lead the majors.
Amaya with the game's big blow, a second-inning grand slam onto Waveland Avenue, straightaway left, fair by about 70 feet and gone by plenty. His first career grand slam. The 1-1 is in there for a strike. You had the thrill of hitting a big league grand slam at the Kingdome many years ago.
You did? Yeah.
In Seattle.
Against former Cub, Heathcliff Slocum.
Big right-hander?
Mm-hmm.
What team was he with at that time?
Seattle.
That's what I thought. Okay. Here's a looper foul down the right field line, just on the other side of the chalk line. The first baseman, Torkelson, ran over, made a lunging try, missed it by inches. And then the first base umpire, Rob Drake, ruling that the ball fell just foul as we watch it again.
Yeah, that ball just misses the chalk line.
Yep, good call.
Absolutely.
Well, this was a special day, Ron. August 22nd, 1982. The late, great Ernie Banks, Mr. Cub himself, became the first Cub to have his uniform number 14 retired.
Oh, wow.
Swing and a miss by Amaya, and that's out number 1. And I think that's extremely fitting that Ernie Banks, Mr. Cub, was the first to have that number retired.
Yeah,
very fitting.
Absolutely. I know. I remember like it was yesterday. I remember where I was. I was planted in front of the TV when Ernie hit his 500th home run.
Oh,
and
yeah.
a great call by Jack Brickhouse. Whoo-wee! As he rounded second base. That was just great.
Ian Happ drives one in the air, deep center field. Back goes Veerling, and that ball is off the vines. And Happ racing to second with a double. Just missed a home run. Veerling went back, appeared maybe to have a sun issue, Ron. Otherwise, he would have made, I think, more of an effort to catch that ball.
I really believe, when you come to Wrigley Field, you haven't played in the outfield much here. In the back of your mind, that ivy, it looks great, but right behind it is brick wall. And I do believe guys are a little tentative. They haven't played here much. When you start feeling the warning track, you're like, uh-oh, how much more room do I got? And he started backing off. He actually made a nice play on the ball off the wall to catch it on the rebound. If that ball goes by him, that's going to be a 3-base hit for Ian.
Also, corner outfielders are instructed to run over as backups in case the center fielder does make a try and that ball hits that hard wall. Isak Paredes hits a pop fly, shallow right center. Keith out, Veerling in, Carpenter in, and they collide, and the right fielder Carpenter makes the catch. Veerling hit the deck after the collision. He gets up, he's okay. They were both calling, and neither heard the other.
Yeah, that's a high fly ball. Ball hangs in the air a long time. But I think you're right, Pat. I think, you understand that Wrigley Field on the field itself is very loud. And a lot of times you just don't hear each other make the call. And that's very obvious in this play as they collide in short right center field.
2 down, a man at second. Here's Cody Bellinger. Looking at another baseball history of note here. Nolan Ryan on this date, 1989 on August 22. Became the first man ever to record 5,000 strikeouts. He fanned one of your teammates, Ricky Henderson, swinging in a game, Texas against Oakland at Arlington Stadium.
Yeah.
It says Ryan lost the game 2-0 to Oakland despite 13 strikeouts. But Ricky Henderson was the victim. Here's a pitch down low to Cody Bellinger. Ryan would go on to strike out 5,714. Interesting to me that the all-time strikeout king and Babe Ruth, who was the home run king, both had 714 in their numbers. The Babe hit exactly that many in his career, and that was the record until Henry Aaron came along and broke it. But then Nolan Ryan, it's almost like a message from baseball heaven. Let's go ahead and let him strike out 5,714 just to keep that 7,114 alive.
Yeah. Pretty amazing.
Happ leads at second. Bellinger had a double and scored a run his last time. Here's the pitch on the way. Pop fly left side foul, drifting out of play. Lake Michigan, a beautiful shade of dark blue. Again, we remind you, appreciate these lovely days in the later stages of August. You're going to get some nice days in September and maybe even October, but you know the days are starting to dwindle where you can really enjoy yourself outside.
Big swing by Cody there. Boy, he got a good pitch to hit. Fouled it straight back. Double plays today, turned by the Cubs, sponsored by Nissan. They make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today at Nissan.
Wind blowing toward left. Bellinger lines one toward right center. Base hit. It's going to drive in a run. Here comes Happ to score. Cody Bellinger delivers an RBI single. And the Cubs now lead by a score of 6-0.
Another nice swing by Belly. Very controlled swing. Didn't overswing at this pitch. Gets a little off-speed pitch. This one's fading away from him in the outside corner. Probably a little split, and he just hits the line drive over Keith's head at second and into right center field for an RBI.
Cubs lead by half a dozen. Bellinger now with 51 runs batted in. RBIs by Cubs batters. Sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter.
In this fourth inning, sponsored by Wintrust, the exclusive home of Cubs checking.
Ian Happ with a double. Cody Bellinger with a single. Suzuki looking at a ball inside.
Cubs with 8 hits already here through the first 3 2/3 innings. Boy, it's been a good offensive day for the Cubs.
There goes Bellinger. The ball hit in the air, shallow right center. That ball is going to be a running catch by Veerling, the center fielder, to end the inning. Cubs get a run on 2 hits, leave 1. Zach Zaidman joins Ron Coomer in a moment. After 4, Cubs 6, Tigers nothing. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Nico Horner. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Lowe's knows saving pros time and money means getting the job done easier. Right now, get up to 50% off select composite decking and railing. Plus, get an extra 5% off every day on eligible purchases when you use your Lowe's business credit card. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location while supplies last. 5% offer subject to credit approval. Exclusions and terms apply. See store Lowe's.com/credit for details.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, and I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Get the facts. For your free timeshare exit info kit, go to iCancelTimeshare.com. That's iCancelTimeshare.com. iCancelTimeshare.com.
When something happens to your kitchen, you might say,
"This is ludicrous."
But that won't fix your home. That will only get you the rapper, Ludacris.
Having trouble? Don't panic. Don't be alarmed. You need to file a claim? Holla at State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
That's right. You can file a claim on the app or call us.
Thanks, Mr. Chris.
No matter how ludicrous the situation, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm, Bloomington, Illinois.
Listen to every moment of Cubs baseball when you're in the Chicagoland area for free on the Odyssey app. Download the app and search 670 The Score. Jake Rogers at the plate to lead things off here in the top half of the fifth for Detroit. And he looks at a breaking ball outside. The next pitch is a fastball low and inside. So 2-0 the count to Rogers. The Tigers designated hitter who struck out swinging in the second. Justin Steele on the mound. Cubs with a 6-0 lead. The big hit, Miguel Amaya, first career grand slam. Pitch is swung on and missed by Rogers. Another fastball from Steele, 2-1. Amaya hitting that grand slam in the second inning, 399 feet to left. The pitch, swing and a miss again by Rogers. Another fastball from Steele, 2-2. Rogers calls time, steps out of the box. He's hitting at 188 this season with 9 home runs and 30 RBIs. Cubs tacked on a run in the third and another run in the fourth. The 2-2 is popped foul out of play off to the right by Rogers. They'll do it again. Nico Horner, an RBI via a ground out in the third, and Cody Bellinger, ribby single in the fourth. Bellinger has 2 hits on the afternoon. Lefty-righty matchup as Steele delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with a fastball, strikeout number 5 on the afternoon for Steele. First out, sponsored by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once.
Yeah, good pitch, little elevated heater from Steele. And when guys are so ready to handle that, the right-handers to handle that inside fastball and cutter, then all of a sudden he goes outer third with an elevated heater. Yeah, all of a sudden the barrel drops and they can't get on top of that high fastball.
Kerry Carpenter looks at a fastball low. The count 1-0. Lefty-lefty matchup. Steele delivers. Fouled back off the netting. 1-1. It's always funny to me. Every time there's a new team in town, someone will pop into the booth and ask you about Justin Steele. What makes him so effective? He throws just 2 pitches.
Yeah. Well, they say that, but that's not necessarily true. He has a fastball, and he's got a couple of them. That last one was a runner into the left-hander. He's got one that he gets around the ball and more of an angled fastball going away from a lefty or into a righty. He's got a couple different breaking balls, and he's got great deception.
Here's the 1-2. Carpenter swings and misses. Strike 3. Got him with a fastball, 2 away.
And that's what we're talking about, right? He can pitch to both sides of the plate. So there's a variation on somewhat of 2 pitches. Everybody's enamored with certain terms nowadays, like sweeper and all that. So he has kind of a combination of pitches off of 2 pitches, and really 3, because he does throw a changeup, but just doesn't need to throw it all that often.
Dylan Dingler looks at a ball inside from Steele. The 1-0 is bounced foul off to the left. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And he's got him a good fastball today. Now, he doesn't light up the radar gun, like, some guys where they're throwing 95 to 100 miles an hour. When he has a good fastball, he has great command with it and both sides of the plate, and you see some really just defensive swings, and that's what we're seeing today from the Tigers.
Dingler bounces one behind him. Foul. A slider from Steele. 1-2 the count. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers are sponsored by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Own every mile in a brand new Hyundai. 2 away. Dingler at the plate with a 1-2 count. And Steele deals. Called. Strike 3. Got him with a fastball on the inside corner at the knees as Steele strikes out the side. Middle 5. It's the Cubs with a 6-0 lead over Detroit on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Anything can happen anytime in any game right here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Lowe's knows that for pros, time is money. And that's why with the Lowe's app, we've made saving time easy. You can authorize crew members to make purchases at Lowe's stores on your behalf. They can pay quickly by scanning a QR code for a simple checkout every time. Now that's what we call saving time in store with the Lowe's app. so you have more time to get the job done because Lowe's knows pros.
Christy Pierce-Rampone here, former member of the U.S. Women's National Soccer Team and 3-time gold medalist, 2-time World Cup champion, and part of the 99 team that won the Women's World Cup, igniting passion for soccer everywhere. And like Amazon Prime, I'm a lot of things beyond what I'm best known for. I'm a girl mom to 2 teenagers, a dog mom too, an entrepreneur, a TV commentator, and I use my Prime membership pretty much every day for so many things. I am known for being quick and crafty on the soccer field, and I am definitely crafty at home, especially digging in with the girls' school projects. And I rely on Amazon Prime to have what we need and get it to us with the speed I am used to. With every change of season, I love to decorate our home. And where do I get ideas and the goods? Prime, of course. Not to mention with all the great streaming options, it's a total gold medal experience. From streaming to shopping, it's on Prime. Visit Amazon.com/Prime to get more out of whatever you're into. That's Amazon.com/Prime.
Treat your family and friends to a night at the ballpark with the Summer Night Special. In addition to game tickets, fans purchasing through this offer will receive a beer or bottled water. For more information and to purchase tickets, visit Cubs.com/Summer Night Special. Last of the fifth, Cubs with a 6-0 lead over Detroit. Kenta Maeda deals, and Michael Busch looks at a ball high and outside, 1-0 the count. Got to make our guesses in the Binny's Beverage Depot attendance game. When I say got to make our guesses, I'm talking about Rich Wyatt, our engineer, and myself. Here's the 1-0. Busch pops it up left side, giving chase to Banez, the left fielder, but it slices foul out of play. I'm going to go 31,500 in the Binny's Beverage Depot attendance game. Rich, what's your guess?
I'm going to go 30,500.
All right. Ron Coomer went with 30,000. Pat going with 32,323. Busch waits for the 1-1. Maeda deals. Pulled on the ground, foul off to the right. 1-2 the count.
Doubles by Cubs hitters today. They're sponsored by Traffic Tech. Double up your business with Traffic Tech, the hardest working team in transport.
Cubs have 2 of them today. Here's the 1-2 delivery to Busch. He swings and misses. Ball in the dirt, dug out by the catcher Dingler, who throws to first. So 1 down, strikeout 2-3. Busch retired. It'll bring up Nico Horner.
Yeah, Cubs with 8 hits in the ball game. They were really banging the ball around the first 4 innings, but Pat was saying the big swing of the bat from Amaya, grand slam, right down the left field line, out on the Waveland Avenue in that second inning. Big swing of the bat on an inside heater.
Horner waits. Maeda deals, and the pitch is low and inside. 1-0 the count. Horner's 1 for 2 today, a single and a run scored in the second, and then drove in a run via a ground out in the third. Righty-righty battle. Here's the pitch. Fouled out of play by Nico off to the right. Potawatomi Casino Hotel 5th inning. Light up your senses. 6-0 Cubs over the Tigers here with 1 down in the bottom of the 5th inning. Coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. The 1-1. That's a called strike. 1-2. Fastball.
Maeda almost surprises you when he throws a fastball and a hittable fastball. He kind of shocked Nico there with a fastball right down the middle.
Maeda faces home plate. He rocks back, spins, and delivers the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3 as Horner lunged for a slider out of the zone, 2 away.
Maeda's one of those guys where you cannot predetermine whether you're swinging or not, and guessing with him is usually not a very good idea. The biggest key is seeing the ball out of his hand before you make the move at the baseball. And if you can do that, you're going to have some success against him.
Dansby Swanson at the plate, and he looks at a strike from Maeda, 0-1. Now, does that slow down your timing a little bit as a hitter?
Well, it's just for Maeda, he's not an overpowering pitcher, so you can get away with that a little bit.
Here's the 0-1. Swanson swings and misses.
But you see a lot more of that, like the last swing Dansby did, where you get the off-speed pitch and you're way out in front of it. Then you see Maeda jamming guys with his fastball inside. So you almost have to, you've got to prepare for the off-speed pitch. And, you know, his fastball, like you said, the pitch right down the middle to Nico, 91 miles an hour.
Swanson in the hole, 0-2. Maeda puts the ball in the glove. He faces home plate. Now works his motion and the pitch. Way outside, 1-2. The pitch clock is powered by Work Zone Safety. Make sure you follow Work Zone signs. It's not a game. 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Cubs with a 6-0 lead. Swanson waits for the 1-2. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with a splitter as Maeda strikes out the side to end the 5th inning. After 5, Cubs 6, Tigers nothing. On the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Justin Steele. Listen to every game here on Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
You can give it a little swirl.
The sounds of Bourbon City. Plan yourself at GoToLouisville.com.
Lowe's knows saving pros time and money means getting the job done easier. Right now, get up to 50% off select composite decking and railing. Plus, get an extra 5% off every day on eligible purchases when you use your Lowe's business credit card. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location while supplies last. 5% off are subject to credit approval. Exclusions and terms apply. See store Lowe's.com/credit for details.
When you buy a new house, you might say,
"Shut the front door."
"Winning."
No, seriously, shut the front door. We own this house now.
But you actually need to say,
"Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there."
That's right. The local State Farm agent is there to help you choose the coverage you need.
Welcome to my crib. No one says that anymore, but I don't care.
So just remember, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm, Bloomington, Illinois.
Want the same expert advice you get from the pros in the store while shopping online at DiscountTire.com? Meet Treadwell, your personal online tire guide that matches you with the perfect tire for your vehicle. Get your best match in 1 minute or less with Treadwell by Discount Tire. Let's get you taken care of.
Christy Pierce-Rampone here, former member of the U.S. Women's National Soccer Team and 3-time gold medalist, 2-time World Cup champion, and part of the '99 team that won the Women's World Cup, igniting passion for soccer everywhere. And like Amazon Prime, I'm a lot of things beyond what I'm best known for. I'm a girl mom to 2 teenagers, a dog mom too, an entrepreneur, a TV commentator, and I use my Prime membership pretty much every day for so many things. I am known for being quick and crafty on the soccer field, and I am definitely crafty at home, especially digging in with the girls' school projects. And I rely on Amazon Prime to have what we need and get it to us with the speed I am used to. With every change of season, I love to decorate our home. And where do I get ideas and the goods? Prime, of course. Not to mention with all the great streaming options, it's a total gold medal experience. From streaming to shopping, it's on Prime. Visit Amazon.com/Prime to get more out of whatever you're into. That's Amazon.com/Prime.
Today's Woodman's home run hitting contestant is Sherry Smith from Lockport, who will win the Woodman's gift card jackpot of $100 if a Northsider hits a home run this inning. You can enter the QR code at any Chicago area Woodman's. Good luck, Sherry. Today's Woodman's home run hitting contestant, service and savings. That's Woodman's. Pat?
Jace Young, Zach, is leading off this 6th inning for the Tigers. Takes a couple of pitches for strikes. Steele's next offering low and outside. It's 1-2. Steele has been very sharp. 5 shutout innings of 2 hit balls so far today. Next pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. Steele has struck out 4 men in a row and 8 in the game. 1 down, 6th inning. Cubs on top 6-0. If you are just joining us, the Cubs scored on 1 swing. A grand slam by Miguel Amaya in the 2nd inning gave the Cubs a 4-0 lead. They added single tallies in the 3rd and 4th innings. RBIs by Horner in the 3rd and Bellinger in the 4th. Here's a swing by Javier Baez, hitting a pop fly into shallow right. Horner goes out and makes the catch. Baez is out number 2. Javi now 0 for 6 in his return to Wrigley Field in the series. And the batter is Matt Vierling. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers. Those are sponsored by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Own every mile in a brand new Hyundai. Matt Vierling takes a strike. I like the way Steele has gotten ahead in the count to virtually every single batter all day long.
He has been really good today. Command of both sides of the plate. Once again, 0-2. When he has command, Pat, of both sides of the plate with his pitches, whether it be hard stuff or the off speed, even today, he's running his two-seamer away to the righties, too. We don't see him throw too many of those to the right-handers, but he has really been just remarkably good today with his command.
The 0-2 pitch to Vierling is off the inside corner.
You look in our monitor, that ball just barely missed down and in.
Nice crowd at Wrigley. We'll get the attendance for you soon. Here's a foul drive down the right field line and back out of play. Cubs trying to take 2 out of 3 in the series, trying to wrap up a 4-2 homestand as they prepare for a very challenging journey beginning tomorrow night in Miami. Swinging a foul off to the right. Not just the fact that you're on the road, Ron, but it's that time of the year where traveling, I think, gets a little more difficult.
Yeah.
And a 10-day trip with 3 different cities. Cubs will have to be on top of their game. Here's the 1-2, a high pop-up, shallow left, coming in as Happ. And he will make an easy grab. And Justin Steele is breezing. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Cubs 6, Tigers nothing. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Chicago Cubs memories are made right here with Pat, Ron, and Zach on the Cubs Radio Network.
At Shirley Ryan Ability Lab, every journey is unique. From learning to walk again after a spinal cord injury to learning to speak again after a stroke. But they all have the same destination: ability. Choose the #1 rehabilitation hospital, the one with the most advanced treatments, the brightest experts, and the most referrals for the toughest cases. Choose Shirley Ryan Ability Lab.
Bruce. Bill? How's business? Booming. Bountiful bushels of soybeans you're boasting. Boatloads of bushels. But how? Bags of Zetavo soybean seed. Bags of Zetavo soybean seed? Bunches of them. Bunches of bushels from bags, huh? You betcha. That's a breakthrough bean to boggle the brain. Bill. Bruce. Best we give it a break.
An innovative seed packed with Enlist E3 trait technology and award-winning varieties for yields that keep growing and growing. Zetavo is seed done right. Always read and follow label directions.
Guys, Pete Crow Armstrong is on deck. Who's on deck is sponsored by On Deck. Need a small business loan fast? Apply today at ondeck.com. Huh?
Pete Crow Armstrong first up, Zach. Kenta Maeda, the veteran right-hander, delivers, and the pitch swung on and missed. Cubs out hitting the Tigers 8-2 and leads 6-0. Maeda, the veteran, coming back, and he misses outside for a ball. 3 games in Miami starting tomorrow night. 3 games in Pittsburgh starting on Monday night. There's a smash foul down the right field line, and then an off day, and 3 games in Washington starting on August the 30th. Cubs will be back home on this September the 2nd. A 3-game series against the Pirates. The New York Yankees will also be at Wrigley during that homestand. The 1-2 is outside. Yanks come in for a series starting on September 6th. 3 straight day games, all beginning at 1:20. Go to Cubs.com for ticket info. I'm kind of looking forward to watching Aaron Judge play. High fly ball, deep right field, playable for Carpenter, and he'll make the catch. Now, I imagine, Ron, that Cubs pitchers might have a slightly different opinion, but Aaron Judge has been so dominant that I'm just kind of curious to see what he looks like.
Whenever you have a possible MVP coming and and he is, coming to Wrigley Field to play, I'm always a yes. You always want to see those guys. And you know what? Just entering the booth, we got one of Chicago's MVPs that just put a headset on here in our booth, Patrick.
Miguel Amaya will line a single into left field. The great Pat Foley, hockey announcer extraordinaire. He's in the NHL Hall of Fame for his work on Blackhawks hockey. Pat, how you doing these days?
Fellas, it's hard to tell you how great it's been. I'm highly recommending retirement, but not for you guys because it's such a good listen. By the way, before this next pitch, on behalf of Cubs fans, thank you. You are so incredible at what you do. It makes every game enjoyable. You can picture what's going on the field while you're driving your car. Pay attention to the cars also, but and
there's that.
Well, there's that. But really, I love you guys. It's such a great listen.
Here's the swing, a line drive toward left, coming in and making a sliding backhand catch is Ibanez. Hard hit ball by Happ, but it's out number 2.
I feel like we just got instant offense injected into our booth right now.
I was going to say, with comments like that, please drop by more often.
Yeah, exactly. I hope this doesn't get too sideways, but Zaidman spelled backwards. Descriptive. He's a great ad too, Zach. Good man.
Isak Paredes will take outside for a ball.
I just went right back to being 13 years old again.
I wish I could.
Same.
Paredes hits a high pop fly. Foul might be playable for Young near the coaching box, and he will make the catch, lunging back toward fair territory. We'll continue with Pat Foley in a moment. Cubs don't score. It's on to the 7th inning. Cubs 6, Tigers nothing. This is The Score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Listen to every Cubs game all season long right here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Lowe's knows saving pros time and money means getting the job done easier. Right now, get up to 50% off select composite decking and railing. Plus, get an extra 5% off every day on eligible purchases when you use your Lowe's business credit card. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location while supplies last. 5% off or subject to credit approval. Exclusions and terms apply. See store at lowes.com/credit for details.
When something happens to your kitchen, you might say,
"This is ludicrous."
but that won't fix your home. That will only get you the rapper, Ludacris.
Having trouble? Don't panic. Don't be alarmed. You need to file a claim? Holla at State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
That's right. You can file a claim on the app or call us.
Thanks, Mr. Chris.
No matter how ludicrous the situation, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm, Bloomington, Illinois.
1 in 4 car batteries is weak and needs to be replaced. Let our professional parts people test your battery for free at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. J.D. Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now, during our biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number Limited Edition Smart Bed. Limited time. For J.D. Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
A reminder, the first out is sponsored by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once. And Andy Ibanez pops one to center field, and making the catch is Pete Crow Armstrong as he bends backwards, fighting the sun to make the play. One away. Pat?
All right, Zach. One down here in the 7th inning. Pat Foley is here. He's going to sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" during the 7th inning stretch. Always nice to catch up with him. Crowd oohing and awing as they watch the replay on the video board here. Anything on a day like today with the sun and the wind, Ron, I don't think you could categorize it as routine.
No, not at all. That's for sure. And the problem with it is with the sun, so the wind will move the ball. Usually an outfielder can move his body around to, manipulate to where the sun doesn't become an issue. But with the wind blowing the ball, you just got to catch the ball. So now you can't do that, so it makes it that much more difficult. And we've seen some tough plays today.
One hopper up the middle, base hit out of the range of Horner. The left-handed batting Keith has a 1-out single. Only the third hit of the day against Justin Steele. With one away in the 7th inning, the batter now is Spencer Torkelson.
Now one of the few balls that's been squared up today against Steele. I mean, a little soft single. It's the third hit he's given up, but not a lot of hard hit balls at all today.
High fly ball, deep left field. Back toward the wall is Happ at the fence. It's a 2-run home run for Spencer Torkelson. And yes, there are some Tiger fans here at Wrigley Field today. So they finally get on the board. It is now a 6-2 Cubs lead. Torkelson with his 5th home run of the year.
A little angled fastball and doesn't quite get in far enough. Torkelson looking for that ball inside. Got the barrel of the bat to it. Hit it about the second row in the left field bleachers.
Jake Rogers with a swing and a miss. Torkelson now with 20 runs batted in. No activity in the Cub bullpen. Steele has been in command all day.
Yeah, pitch count's still in pretty good shape, too, Pat.
I've got 86.
Yeah, 86 pitches, so he's still got a little life in this ball game.
The 0-2 to Jake Rogers, pulled foul on the ground toward third. Cubs baseball brought to you in part by Volvo. Volvo and the plug-in hybrid vehicles, electric cars with a backup plan. Visit your local retailer to learn more. Backdoor breaking ball just missed. John Lipka did a little flinch move behind the plate, the home plate umpire.
Yeah, that's a good pitch. He just missed that one. He probably gave up on it a little early. That pitch gets a lot of the strike zone.
Yep, he missed it. Swinging a foul off to the right. You're going to miss pitches as an umpire.
There's no doubt. And that one, I'm telling you, he just gave up on it early because it started out well off the plate away and came back to the outside corner.
The 1-2 is outside. But, Ron, I would say the guys that are umpires in Major League Baseball are the best umpires in the world.
Yeah, no, I would agree. And umpiring home plate is extremely difficult.
2-2 pitch, swung on and missed. A low inside slider. Another strikeout for Steele. 2 down in the inning, 2 runs in. Cubs on top 6-2.
I have them for 9 punch-outs in the game.
That's what I've got. Yeah. Rogers just struck out for the 3rd time, and the batter now is Kerry Carpenter. The thing I like about the 9 strikeouts, no walks.
Yeah, there you go.
Here comes the 0-1. Check swing. That's going to be a strike. 0-2.
Well, as many games as we do and see and play in, when the wind is blowing out at Wrigley, the importance of not making mistakes on defense and not walking guys.
Curveball, strike 3, swinging. His 10th of the day. Tigers score twice on the homer by Torkelson. It's time for the 7th inning stretch. The great Pat Foley is going to do the singing. It's the Cubs 6 and the Tigers 2. This is the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
And Hockey Hall of Famer Pat Foley.
All right, Cub fans. Let one of the greatest Blackhawks hear you. This one's for Troy. Good and loud. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take
me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. Root for the Cubbies. If they don't win, it's a shame for it. Oh, ball game. Let's get some runs.
This is your home for Cubs baseball all season long. This is the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
You deserve sunglasses that can keep up with your active lifestyle, whether you're on the water, hitting the trails, or soaking up the sun. Shade and Precision Eyewear provides superior protection and clarity. Life's too short to compromise on quality. Visit SeeBetterPlayBetter.com.
Lowe's knows the brands that won't let you down on the job. That's why we carry all the top pro brands, like exclusive A.O. Smith hot water heaters, the largest in-store selection of DeWalt power tools and accessories of any national retailer, and the largest in-store retail selection of Klein tools nationwide. The products you're loyal to are all here in the quantities you need. Lowe's knows top brands. Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location, while supplies last.
New pitcher in the game for the Tigers, Joey Wentz. W-E-N-T-Z. Cody Bellinger at the plate. 2 balls, no strikes on Cody. Fastball is down low. Bellinger has made a contribution of a double in the 3rd inning and a run-scoring single in the 4th. He has scored a run. Cubs got 4 on 1 swing by Miguel Amaya, a 2nd inning grand slam, and they've led ever since. Swinging a foul at the plate. Bellinger hit that ball right down off his toe, and he fell over after the swing. Might have hit him in the ankle area. He's got a shin guard on the lower leg on the right side.
I think you're right. That ankle. Coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Lefty to lefty. Wentz deals. This ball is popped up. Shallow left. Baez, the shortstop, is right there. And the left fielder comes in and makes the catch. Ibanez collided gently with Baez. Baez was calling the entire time. And that is out number 1. It looked like it was going to be a little more routine than it turned out to be.
Now, this ball's only about 10 feet off the infield dirt. And, you know, it's been a struggle today for Detroit defensively. And they've not all been errors, but they have struggled on defense today.
Seiya Suzuki batting, 1 for 2 with a walk. He has scored a run. Should be getting the attendance figure soon here at Wrigley on this beautiful Thursday afternoon. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch fooled him. 0-2. Cubs out hitting the Tigers 9-4 and lead 6-2. Joey Wentz coming back 0-2. Down low for a ball. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk on the Bernstein and Holmes Show, weekdays 10 a.m. to 2 on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Rich Wyatt, our engineer, at the controls. A swing and a miss by Seiya Suzuki. There was a broadcaster at one time thinking of Rich Wyatt's last name that referred to him as Rich Hyatt.
Really? I've heard that, but I'm not quite sure who that was. But
I am.
Remember, are you?
I'm very sure.
Really?
You're looking at him.
Oh, okay.
And his name became Rich Marriott for a period of time.
Okay.
Fastball inside. Zach suggested the name Intercontinental would be a good last name. I kind of disagree.
That'd be a tough one to sign on a baseball, Rich. Yeah.
Here comes the 1-0 pitch in there for a strike to Michael Busch. Please stay tuned for Zach's post-game show coming up later on. A few other day games today, a lot of activity at night. Some teams have the day off. Check swing, it's low and outside. The count now 2 balls and 1 strike on Michael Busch. And now the 2-1. This ball misses low and away.
Wentz left-hander throws right over the top, so he's going to cut the ball a little bit. He'll sink it a little, but more of a running fastball. But, yeah, you're not going to get a lot of side-to-side movement with that arm angle unless he tries to cut it.
Low and outside, ball 4. Busch gets on for the second time in the game, and here comes Nico Hoerner. 2 down, 7th inning. Cubs lead 6-2. Manager challenges and instant replay reminders, those always are brought to you by Northwestern Medicine. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. Hoerner lifting the arms to avoid being hit in the left elbow. Game moving right along. And the 1-0 pitch. Nico takes a strike. Time and temperature sponsored by Circa Resort and Casino. Get ready for the time of your life. CircaLasVegas.com. And the 1-1. Off-speed pitch low and inside. 2-1.
Part of the lineup today, that's sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Book a low fare today at Southwest.com.
Short lead at first by Busch. Joey Wentz delivers 2-1 to Nico Hoerner. Swing and a miss on a curveball. 2-2.
Nico got fooled by that one. I kind of took an awkward swing. Hope he's okay as he steps out.
Yeah, he kind of winced after that swing and kind of was crouched over for a second or two. Maybe a rib cage, Ron?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but it was not as he was finishing the swing, it was not comfortable, that's for sure.
Here comes the 2-2 from Wentz. The runner goes. The pitch bounced foul toward third. Opposing pitching changes, those are always brought to you by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at Sloan.com. And the 2-2 fouled away by Hoerner.
And designated hitters for the Cubs, sponsored by Fireplace and Chimney Authority. Visit online or at their Elmhurst or Lisle showrooms.
We will be in Miami the next 3 games, 6:10 p.m. tomorrow night for the series opener. Hoerner hits a ground ball into right field, a base hit. Busch will motor to third on the play. The throw across the diamond is going to be not in time. Close play. A little surprising to see Busch going first to third in this particular spot, but he was safe. And let's see if the Tigers challenge the call. It was a very close play at third base.
Yeah, this ball's just chopped. I think Michael Busch thought, as slow as this ball was hit, it was just going to be an easy first to third for him. But Carpenter did a good job aggressively coming and getting this ball. Yeah, and he threw an absolute bullet to third base and made this play very close to third. I'm not sure if Young just didn't get the tag because the ball beat Michael Busch to third base.
Extremely close play. Charlie Ramos, the umpire, right on top of the call. No challenge. First and third, 2 down for Dansby Swanson. Curveball inside. Hoerner collecting his second hit of the day. Swanson looking for his second knock of the afternoon. Ground ball up the middle. Backhand knockdown. No play. Base hit. The second baseman, Keith, able to knock the ball down and keep it on the infield. But that's the importance of taking third on the single a moment ago by Bush. He's able to score on this play, Ron.
Yeah, aggressive base running by Michael makes it to third, and you're right. Because of that, this infield hit drives in another run and really changes the way, the defense is playing and everything, and it's just a base hit. Cubs offense doing their job today with 11 hits.
Runners going, and a swing and a miss by Pete Crow Armstrong, a double steal. Well, when you lead by 5, you can afford to gamble. Cubs pulling off a double steal. 2 outs, a run in. Crow Armstrong waiting and hitting a bouncer foul toward third. Stolen bases by the Cubs for every steal this season. We just saw 2 a moment ago on one play. A Toro Tire will make a donation to Keeping Families Covered. Good offensive day for the Cubs. Running, hitting, showing power, clutch hitting, everything you want to see.
Yeah, I would agree. Right from the very beginning, it kind of kicked off in that second inning. Suzuki singled, Horner singled, Swanson singled to load the bases. And Amaya pays it all off with the grand slam, and since then, Cubs offense has been off and running.
Cubs leading 7-2, 7th inning, 2 outs. Runners at second and third. The 1-2 pitch from Wentz to Crow Armstrong. And Pete will check and take down low. That's a good sign. He would have swung at that pitch, I think, about a month ago. It's nice to see a development in a young player, Ron, starting to learn not to chase bad balls.
Yeah, no, I would agree. Absolutely. In particular, the breaking ball. He's getting a little keener eye on some of the breaking balls out of the zone.
The 2-2. Again, he lays off a pitch in the dust. Scouting reports, that's the way it works. If you keep doing something, they're going to keep doing it to you. Once you stop, then they have to make a change.
That's right. The next advancement in his abilities as a hitter will be using the other side of the field. I think for Pete.
3-2 pitch. Hit in the air, left center field. That's going to be an extra base hit. Speaking of opposite field hitting, Ron, very nice call by you. It's a 2-run double for Pete Crow Armstrong. Cubs lead 9-2.
But it goes right back to not chasing the ball in the dirt twice and extending the at-bat, and then he gets a pitch away and doesn't try to hook this ball. It's another breaking ball, and he just hammers this ball in the left center field. So an excellent at-bat for Pete Crow Armstrong. That was really good to see, and drives in 2 more runs on a left-handed pitcher. So that's just very good hitting for Pete.
That's one of those big steps forward in a young player's development. And that's always pleasant to watch. Cubs lead 9-2. Crow Armstrong with a pair of RBIs on that play, his 26th and 27th. Boy, you talk about productivity from the bottom of the order today. Amaya, the number 9 hitter, had a grand slam. Now the number 8 hitter, a 2-run double. Horner and Swanson in the 6 and 7 spots also with an RBI. I'm looking at 8 of the 9 RBIs from the bottom 4 guys in the order.
You're going to win a lot of games when you do that.
Breeze blowing toward left. Anything in the air to left will get a nice carry right now.
But the thing I like about that last at-bat, Pat, going back to Pete Crow Armstrong's double in the gap. When you're a guy like Pete Crow Armstrong that can really run, everybody wants to hit home runs, and we all understand that. But his pull side is the elevated side, where you try to get the ball in the air and pull the ball, and you can hit some home runs. To the opposite field, it's the opposite. You want to keep the ball out of the air to the opposite field and hit the ball like that, like your trajectory would be like the one hopper through the infield to that line drive that went into the gap.
There's a swing and a drive to the gap in left center, deep. That ball is off the vines. Miguel Amaya almost had his second home run. The throw to second. He is going to be out at second base. Crow Armstrong scoring on the play. 8-4, I believe, on the put out at second base. We'll get that sorted out later. Miguel Amaya with his third hit gets his fifth run batted in of the day as the Cubs score a bundle in the inning. The play might be challenged or not.
I think their Cubs are going to challenge this play at second base.
So we'll hold the phone regarding wrapping up the inning. 3 runs, make it 4 runs are in, regardless of the decision on the play at second base. So it's going to be at least 10-2, and the question is, will the inning continue?
That's
or
right.
Is that going to be the end of inning number 7?
The throw beats Amaya to the bag, but I really don't know if the tag ends up hitting him in the belt buckle, and his foot goes in.
It might be a case where he was tagged, and then he came off the bag with his foot.
That's right.
And he was being tagged when his foot was disengaged with the second base bag. Bottom line, it's an RBI single for Miguel Amaya. Miguel with 5 runs batted in today. We go to the 8th inning. Cubs 10, Tigers 2. This is the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Jamison Tyone. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
The only way to be your best self is with your best help. When you have a health partner who doesn't just treat part of you, they care for all of you. At Advocate Healthcare, we're helping more people feel better than ever by making care easier, more accessible, and more complete than ever before, so that you can enjoy more of the moments you love. That's what it means to live meaningfully, to live joyfully, to live fully with Advocate Healthcare.
When you buy a new house, you might say,
"Shut the front door."
"Winning."
No, seriously, shut the front door. We own this house now.
But you actually need to say,
"Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there."
That's right. The local State Farm agent is there to help you choose the coverage you need.
Welcome to my crib. No one says that anymore, but I don't care.
So just remember, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm, Bloomington, Illinois.
You hear that, Chicago? The mountain is calling. Calling you on this perfect Thursday afternoon with a very important message.
Get off your ass.
So grab an ice cold Mountain Dew, some friends, and do something you'll enjoy even more than the music you're listening to. The mountain is calling. Answer. Do the do.
This 8th inning is sponsored by Cars for Kids, 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Cubs up 10-2, Patrick, here in the top of the 8th inning.
And Justin Steele will leave the ball game. Ethan Roberts comes in from the bullpen, but Steele pitched great ball, surrendered a 2-run homer to Torkelson in his final inning in the 7th. But it's his game to win, and what a pleasant sight it must be for him to see all of that offensive support.
Offensive support, good defense behind him. You know, not many balls hit hard at all against Justin today, but unbelievable command on both sides of the plate with all of his pitches, whether it's back and forth the speed, fastball, two-seamer, cutter. He just had great stuff today. Fun to watch.
Big crowd at Wrigley, biggest crowd of the series, in fact. 33,536. And a lot of action here at Wrigley. The next offering to Dingler is swung on and missed, strike 3. Dingler, with that swing, was trying to hit a dinger. One down here in the 8th inning. And the batter is Jace Young.
Trying to hit a dinger, you say?
He was trying.
Yeah.
It appeared. Just from my broadcast experience, that's what it appeared to me, Ron. That was all that is.
I got
Sort
you.
of.
Yeah.
One away. Here's Jace Young. Cubs are going to be home in September, starting on September 2. The Pirates are here. The Yankees are in for 3. Starting on September 6, go to Cubs.com for ticket info. Cubs trying to wrap up a 4-2 homestand. It looks like certainly they will. Leading comfortably here, 10-2 in the 8th inning. As we said earlier, Ron, Cubs have 34 games remaining after this one. Baseball being such an unpredictable enterprise, it always has been. I suspect it always will be. So you never really know how things are going to turn out, but the possibilities are always endless.
Yeah.
You play every day. Every team plays every day. So many odd things can happen. A little pop fly shallow left going out is Paredes making the catch, and that's out number 2. And baseball history has told us that 10-game winning streaks come right out of the blue, like everything else in this game.
I could not agree more. We've seen it way too many times. Javi will get his last at bat here in this series.
It's been a tough series for Baez. Nothing for 6. And he will take a fastball strike from Ethan Roberts.
Pitching changes by the Cubs are sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
Outside for a ball. Getting back to the previous comments, though, things don't look bright for the Cubs in terms of making a postseason bid, but there's still a possibility. And whenever there's a chance, you've got to hold on to it, Ron, because you just never do know. And it doesn't make sense to give up.
No.
Ever.
Does not. You've got, pretty advantageous schedule. And you do. You run off 10 in a row, you're right in the heart of this thing. There's no doubt.
Now the 2-1 to Javi Baez. We will take outside the count 3-1. And being very honest, that's what it'll take for the Cubs. They're going to have to win something like an 8 out of 9 or an 11 out of 13, some kind of a run like that. And soon, swing a base hit to left for Baez. A single with 2 away here in the 8th inning. He was always a very popular player with the Cubs. Cubs paid him a very respectful and loving tribute on the video board his first game back. He was fun to watch.
Dynamic. There's no doubt about it.
The base running, the defensive plays, the power. Dynamic.
Yeah, absolutely. The tags at second base, remember those?
Oh, yeah. They showed the play, the base running play against the Dodgers in the NLCS. There's a strike to Veerling. He was a runner at third. He bluffed coming home to draw a throw, which he did. And as soon as the catcher threw the ball to third, he raced home and got there before, I believe it was Justin Turner, could throw the ball back home.
Yeah.
Just an electrifying piece of creativity and base running.
Yeah, it's one thing to do that in game 30 of the season, and you're, in a, I don't want to say any big league game is nondescript, but to do it in the NLCS, to score a run in a, in a game like that, that's just, you just don't see that.
But do you plan something like that out? Do you say, okay, I'm going to bluff going home after this next pitch just to draw a throw, and as soon as I see the throw, I'm gone.
Yeah, something had to trigger that. I would think like Justin Turner, he got a feeling that Turner was thinking about picking him off, and instead of going back to the bag, he was going to go. And so you had to have seen some little something to trigger you to try that play.
The 3-1 to Matt Veerling is taken for a strike, 3-2. Javier did some other amazing base running things, though. that you just didn't see other guys do.
Yeah, the base running play against the Pirates, where he ran halfway to first and then came back to home plate.
I've never seen a play even close to similar to that one.
No. And, when you think about his base running, sometimes you go, well, he just got lucky. But when it happens over and over and over, then you go, that's not luck. That's just seeing the game a little faster than everybody else.
I remember a night game against Minnesota here. He stole second, and there was a bad throw. It went into center field. Here's a swing and a high pop fly into shallow center. Crow Armstrong coming in, calling and squeezing. We'll get back to Javi in a moment. The Tigers do not score. We go to the bottom of inning number 8. Cubs 10, Tigers 2. This is the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
This is your home for Cubs baseball all season long. This is the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
You hear that, Chicago? The mountain is calling. Calling you on this perfect Thursday afternoon with a very important message.
Get off your ass.
So grab an ice cold Mountain Dew, some friends, and do something you'll enjoy even more than the music you're listening to. The mountain is calling. Answer. Do the do.
At Berman Subaru of Chicago, we're more than a car dealership. We're part of the community, and we're proud to support the people who make it great. Berman Subaru is dedicated to supporting partners like the Anti-Cruelty Society, and we're honored to receive the 2024 Subaru Love Promise Community Commitment Award. Subaru and Berman Subaru of Chicago believe in making a positive impact on the communities in which we live and work. That's the Subaru Love Promise. Berman Subaru of Chicago, more than a car dealer.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Lowe's knows Labor Day calls for big savings. Right now, get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save up to $750 when you buy 2 or more select major appliances priced $396 or more. And My Lowe's Rewards members get 3 bags of premium 2 cubic foot color mulch for just $10. Because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 9/4 while supplies last. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change. Mulch offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
The out-of-town scoreboard is fueled by Citgo Tri-Clean Gasoline. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. Finals on the board. Aaron Judge with his 48th home run to lead the Yankees past the Guardians 6-0. The Nationals, an 8-3 winner over the Rockies. Juan Yepes with a 3-run home run in progress. Bottom 7. Cardinals lead the Brewers 3-0 in St. Louis. The A's a 2-0 lead over the Rays there in the last of the third. Pat?
All right, Zach, thank you. Zach's post-game show will follow our broadcast of the game today. Ian Happ bounces one to third, fielded by Young. He'll throw to first in time. One away. Cubs leading 10-2. Well, I was thinking about a base running maneuver that Javier Baez pulled. I think it was a game against Minnesota. Might have been during the pandemic. But he stole second. The throw went into center field. Javi raced to third, saw the throw come in to either the shortstop or the second baseman in shallow center field, and Baez never stopped around third. The throw was wild to the plate, which I think he anticipated,
right? And
he scored the run, basically stealing second, going to third, and then scoring on the wild throw at the plate. And it struck me as very creative. He's a middle infielder himself, or at least at that time he was.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Second baseman and a shortstop. And he still is playing shortstop today. But he knows how unusual that throw is for a middle infielder to be maybe 30 feet out onto the center field grass trying to throw home on the play. And he's gambling that it's not going to be a good throw.
Right.
And it wasn't.
Yeah.
But just little things like that he did were just Very unusual.
Yeah, unusual. He gambled, but his gambles worked 9 out of 10 times. They really did.
Here's the 1-2 to David Bodie, a swing and a miss, and that's out number 2. Because if you're a shortstop or a second baseman, even at the big league level where you play games every single day, you might go 3 years before you make that throw.
Right.
You're 30 feet out onto the grass behind second base. Now you got to turn around and throw home. That's a long throw.
Yeah. And the surprise factor of not expecting the guy going in third to keep going. You really kind of, your guard is down, and that's
right.
That's part of the factor of doing it.
Puts a little more pressure on the throw.
Mm-hmm.
Cody Bellinger, the batter, hits a ground ball fair. Diving stop by Torkelson. Shovels to the pitcher on the bag. Excellent play by Torkelson, and that ends the inning. Cubs don't score. We go to the 9th inning. Cubs 10, Tigers 2. This is the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
O'Reilly Auto Parts Loaner Tool Program offers more than 80 specialty tools. Refundable deposit required. Stop by O'Reilly today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Lowe's knows the brands that won't let you down on the job. That's why we carry all the top pro brands, like exclusive A.O. Smith hot water heaters, the largest in-store selection of DeWalt power tools and accessories of any national retailer, and the largest in-store retail selection of Klein tools nationwide. The products you're loyal to are all here in the quantities you need. Lowe's knows top brands. Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
See Broadway's spellbinding spectacular in Chicago. Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Join the next adventure as Harry and his son set off on a mind-blowing race through time. Brought to life before your eyes and beyond your imagination. It's time to believe in magic at Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. September 10th through February 1st at the James M. Niederlander Theater. Get tickets at BroadwayInChicago.com.
Listen to every MLB game live, plus watch the minor leagues, MLB Big Inning, and available pre-post games. No blackouts. Visit MLB.com/@bat for details. And guys, this copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards. Pat?
Jack Neely made his big league debut last night, struggled in 1 inning, allowed 4 runs. He gets an opportunity to work again today. Swing and a miss by Andy Ibanez. The count 0-2. 9th inning, Cubs lead 10-2. And now the strike 2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Neely gets the strikeout. It's good to have him back in a game immediately after struggling in his debut, Ron.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Absolutely. Get him right back out there. I know he's got family and friends and people here at the ballpark, so good start to the night. That is definite. Cubs pitching changes. They're sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. And quality starts today with Steel Start, sponsored by Benjamin Moore. See quality come to life with Benjamin Moore paints. In 3,500 colors, visit BenjaminMoore.com for locations near you.
In the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game, first of all, the actual figure, 33,536. I was a little bit closer than the others today. There's a pitch in there for a strike, 1-1. But we were all in that same low 30,000 neighborhood. Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Swing and a miss by Colt Keith. And the count now 1-2. Catch of the game, Ron. Has there been a superb defensive play that you're thinking of from a Cub? You don't have to answer right away.
Well, I was thinking, you.
Here is a pop-up foul out of play. It's okay. We got plenty of time.
Plane's not going to leave for a couple hours yet.
We've got one out in the top of the ninth inning with 2 strikes on the batter, but no, take your time. Neely's pitch swung on and missed. Now you're down to 2 outs, Ron.
Yeah, I would say a play by Michael Busch going into foul territory. How's that?
I think it'll have to do.
It is now.
That's our catch of the game. Sponsored by Catch Des Moines. Things aren't so hush-hush in Des Moines. They were hush-hush in our booth there for a minute, where only the S's are silent. Discover the best of the Midwest at CatchDesMoines.com. 2 down. Tigers down to their last chance.
Hardest working player of the game, sponsored by Bosch Power Tools. What hard workers deserve, and that could be Pat Hughes trying to catch the game.
Breaking ball missing. It's 2-0. Zach Zabin in charge of keeping track of all of these commercials. I'm just going to ask him right now, do we need an at our best moment of the game, Zach, or did Ron just address that? Here's a pitch outside.
No, we still need one, yeah.
Okay.
Any thoughts?
Would it be rude to double up?
No, not at all. I definitely.
I've already forgotten what your catch of the game was.
The catch of the game was the Busch catch going into foul territory, but how about the moment of the game, the Amaya Grand Slam?
That's got to be it.
There you go.
And I do mean it's got to be it. Best moment of the game. Well, if I can just read the copy, we'll be in good shape. Here's a pitch outside to Spencer Torkelson. And the inning will continue. Thankfully, it'll give me more time to look. The best moment of the game. Sponsored by Loyola Medicine. Just kidding. Of course, Loyola, a great sponsor for many years. When things are at their worst, we're at our best. Loyola Medicine. Neely's pitch to Jake Rogers inside. 10-2 Cubs out hitting Detroit 13-5. And the 1-0 pitch popped up. This can be the ball game. The right fielder Bellinger waiting, and squeezing. Cubs win the ball game 10-2. They take 2 out of 3 in the series and wrap up a 4-2 homestand. Good for Jack Neely to get 3 outs. It's not a save, but it's a scoreless inning, Ron.
Yeah, he comes in and had a rough outing in his very first one yesterday, but comes back with a very nice inning today. Good for him and good for the Chicago Cubs. 13 hits today for the offense. Very nice ball game for the offense. And, you know, obviously star of the game today, Justin Steele. He was outstanding today. And Justin Steele will be our toast of the game ball player, Pat, by Benny's.